Hello everyone, Mondevu here, back with another quest tutorial for Path of Titans. This time we are in Sharptooth Marsh. And I know up here it doesn't look like a marsh, but I promise you it's a marsh. This is just a very big island within the marsh. This stretch right here, this is all Sharptooth Marsh. And most of this water is salt water, so if you want to drink, you're going to want to come to this island, to this little water hole right here, to this one right here. And this is deep enough for something to hide in. I think you might be able to fit a single Sarco in there, but it's not deep. Like, I can probably just show you by doing this. See, it's not super deep, but it is deep enough to hide, you know, like a Meg, or a single Croc, or a Suko, or something. Alright. The flowers you're going to find here are mostly going to be these guys. Up here on the ridge. Is the weather... Really? I'm getting Minecraft weather again, guys. Yeah, there is some yarrow up here on the ridge, but this flower right here is going to be the one that is most prominent. And as you can see here next to the drinking source, it is going to be near water, and they're going to come in clumps of 5. And on single player, they're going to do the weird. So instead of stumbling upon the yarrow, we are actually going to go out and make sure we get this flower specifically, so that you can see where to find them. But if we run over some yarrow, I will at least show you. You see, all of those were near that drinking water. So if I come this way and kind of get off this this island, you can see where else these flowers spawn. And remember, you are checking along the water's edge. Now, the water here is definitely deep enough for things to be in, and those lily pads will help hide them. You can fit a Spino in here. You can fit multiple Sarcos. You can fit Sukos, Megs. The Kai can get in here because this river empties into the ocean. But that's the risk you have to take when you need to collect these flowers, because they are right up at the water's edge. Now, that being said, there's some places in here where you can get to the same flowers without them being next to the deep water. For example, I'm going to bypass these and head to a place that I know has more shallow water, slightly more shallow water. So if I wander over here, you can see you get bits where the water was super shallow, and you can usually find some flowers in these patches too. Not always, but often. Let's see if we can do that now. If not, then I'll go back to the one patch that we passed. Yeah, see, there's another patch over there. Not near the shallow, apparently, but that also, again, that also might be a difference between multiplayer and single player. So we'll get our last flowers here. Now we have tiger nuts. Tiger nuts only spawn on the island up top, so that makes Sharptooth Marsh not a great place for group quests unless you are very specific with it, or your group is not absurdly large. If you have a group of like 5 or more dinos, you can forget about getting your tiger nuts, because they're all just going to be gone. But if it's just 2 or 3 of you, you can usually share the quest. Now, unlike the other places on the map, these tiger nuts do not spawn next to those special bushes. You just kind of have to look for them. But thankfully, they kind of stand out against this green here with the brown around them and the little shoots. Alright, now milk-cap mushrooms. Normally, this is an item that I hate trying to quest for because there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason here in the Sharptooth Marsh either. However, I find them easier to locate in here. I don't know if that's just because everything is dark green and they are bright white, but I have an easier time finding them. And they spawn along the... Here, let me show you on the map. Along these brown patches here, they'll spawn within there somewhere. So if you just check anywhere that's not the big island in the center, chances are good you're going to run into some of them. We actually passed some while looking for a different batch of flowers earlier. This is the one place where milk-cap mushrooms is relatively easy to find. There's only one other place where it's, like, easy to find. Oh, by the way, you will see bones here. There's not a bone quest here. It's pretty much there for people with the scavenger diet, which allows you to eat bones. Like I said, normally this is not a difficult quest in this area. It's just, it's making a liar out of me because I said something. Oh, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Alright. And that is Sharptooth Marsh. It's a pretty easy quest to do. I think there might, in this area, if you are an aquatic creature or a semi-aquatic creature, be a quest to collect certain fish, but I'm not positive about that. In general, however, this is a pretty easy place to quest in. It's just potentially dangerous because of the deep water, and that does depend on what server you're on. I've noticed that in a lot of community servers that are not roleplay oriented, this place is usually fairly empty, and most of the creatures I do come across are terrestrial. But on official servers, anything can be in the water at any time in any place. Even though Impact Crater and Grand Plains are the hotspots, you're still going to find something somewhere on the official maps, or the official servers. So that is it for Sharptooth Marsh, and I will see you guys in the next video.